Hi friends, welcome back. I'm Alisa Abdullaeva and I'm here to help you to create harmonious relationship between a man and a woman. And today I'm gonna share with you a story from my past. Once I met a man and I was talking to him and he was sharing with me how in the past a lot of his relationship with women did not work. And I asked him, "Are you single now?" He's like, "I'm not single. I am trying another relationship to see if it's gonna work." And I asked him, "Do you have a daughter?" And he said, "Yes, I have a daughter from one of my first relationships from 20 years ago." And I said, "So how old is she?" She is 19. And I said, "How would you like if a lot of different men would try her?" He was shocked. He got upset, confused. And he said, "What do you mean, Alisa?" I said, "That's exactly what I mean. We cannot really tangibly understand how a woman feels until we ask the same question from a man who has a daughter." And I said, "Well, imagine if different men will try your daughter to see if the relationship gonna work or not." All of a sudden he said, "No, I would not like that. I would be really angry if anybody would try my daughter." I said, "Well, imagine a woman that you are trying to have a relationship. She is someone else's daughter as well. And I would like for you to imagine that if you bite an apple, somebody else bit an apple, and then someone else, and then you have half an apple that been bit by different people. Would you like to finish it?" And he said, "No, of course I wouldn't." I said the same thing with this woman that you are dating right now. You're questioning whether you want to be with her the same way somebody will be questioning whether they want to be with your daughter. And he stopped and he said, "Thank you, Alisa. I have something to think about." The reason why I'm sharing the story with you, we all want to meet, you man, a pure, loving, gentle, kind woman. But at the same time, you guys want to try her. And by trying her on the second, third, or fourth date and jumping with her in bed, you're making this woman less and less and less pure. And then you're thinking, why there's no good women out there? Because a lot of men were trying her. And now she's bitter, now she's angry, now she is resentful and bitter. And the only thing she knows how to do now is work. And work is her defense mechanism to protect herself, not depending on men who will continue trying her and hurting her and using her for sexual pleasure. And I would not like to right now read you a moral stories, but I would like for you to start thinking about that we each have a moral duty in our life. And the more people we're hurting, the more we're hurting ourselves. If someone did you wrong, it doesn't mean that you need to go and punish other people. You need to find a way to forgive that person, whether it was a woman, whether it was ex-wife, whether it was a current girlfriend or wife, or your mother, in order to appreciate and value women for who they are. Because I promise you, only a man who is willing to meet a woman and date her for 2, 3, 4 months and realize whether she is a good woman, whether he wants to be with her, and then take responsibility over her and commit to her and then have sex with her. With this ideology, he will meet a good woman. With this ideology, any woman would change and will become softer and feminine. And that is the power of love. This is the power of value, appreciation, and respect. You see, each person wants love. We're all seeking love. But I'll tell you even more. Many years ago, I realized that I don't really love another person. I was loving the idea and fantasy how I want them to be. But that's, my friends, is not real love. And then if we have this kind of love, we each time gonna be disappointed, because then we realize this person is actually not like the fantasy that you had, and you're gonna be disappointed and upset. And then you're gonna look for the next person and the next person and the next person. But every time you're gonna feel disappointed because you don't really know them, because you don't really love them. Think about that. Maybe it's time to let go of this fantasy that a woman should be this way or that way. Maybe you can accept her and get to know her and give her love. Because the more we give love, authentic, real love, the more we get it back. The more we give respect, the more we get respect. The more we're being generous, the generosity comes back. But as a human beings, in the modern society, we're very greedy. We're scared and greedy, and we're just seeking who can give us something, who can give us something. I want love, I want sex, I want pleasure, I want something else. And we just want to take and take, use for our self-pleasure. And with this mentality, we can never be happy. Because love is about giving, is about making another person happy. Think about that. Namaste.